Hello children. Right now we are in chapter 5, Natural Vegetation and Wildlife. In this chapter you will be informed about huge variations of Indian flora and fauna. First we will check what are the factors responsible for diversity in natural vegetation. So as we know that vegetation which grows naturally without aid of human, that are called natural vegetation. Natural vegetation are the one of major identification feature of country's climatic and physiographic condition. In India, there are 5 major groups: tropical evergreen forest, tropical deciduous forest, tropical thorn forest, montane forest and mangrove forest. Generally, we found the forest group in different region. That region have different type of climatic condition, different type of physiographic phenomena. So first we will learn about the first factor, that is relief. Land actually affects the natural vegetation directly and indirectly. We know that fertile land is generally devoted to high growth of vegetation, but generally we found all fertile land, they are thickly populated. So these type of lands are now only available for agricultural expansion. The original vegetation growth, natural vegetation growth, now we found in the mountainous region and in the plateau region. So these two areas are still, we found the vegetation growth. Maybe they have less depth, less mature soil, maybe they have less fertility, still they can support the vegetation growth till now uninterruptedly. Next important factor, it is soil. Soil is also very much important, as we know that soil is the basic ingredient, one of the major ingredient of growth of vegetation. So soils are actually different types, they have different type of physical characters, they have different type of chemical characters. So based on that they have different type of color, they have different type of quality. Different soil group, they support different type of vegetation. Like that, sandy soil, it can support the thorny bushes. Coastal area, the salty soil, they can allow the growth of mangroves. In hilly region we get lots of coniferous trees, and in the alluvial plain area, what is the very fertile soil, there we get different type of mixed vegetation. So soil is another important factor for promoting the growth of natural vegetation. Now you will read about different type of climatic feature. So we know that India is a vast country, it has different type of climates in different corners. Somewhere it is hot and dry, somewhere it is warm and humid, somewhere it is moderate, somewhere it is cold sunny, somewhere it is cold and dry, somewhere it is always raining. So that type of temperature, that type of atmosphere we get throughout the country. So different vegetation growth also able to take place in different area. Like thorny forest we get in the desert area, mangrove forest we get in the coastal area, tropical monsoon forest we get basically the monsoonal areas which receive a lots of rainfall in the rainy season, and montane forest, that the conical trees, the coniferous trees we generally found in the high altitude areas. So temperature is very important factor for vegetation growth. Actually, except temperature, another important thing is moisture or precipitation. Moisture, it may be in air, and it may be in the form of precipitation. So we found that denser vegetation, that are actually result of high precipitation. So denser vegetation, high precipitation. Scanty rainfall, we get that shrub type of feature, shrub type of vegetation growth generally found. So India is a country that has a monsoon type of climate, and we generally get monsoon forest, tropical deciduous forest. Somewhere it is little bit dry in nature, somewhere it is wet in nature. but basically we have all type of trees, all type of variation, but mostly monsoon forest, tropical deciduous forest are found here. Another important factor of climatic phenomena, that is duration of day. Duration of day is called photoperiod, the length of the day. Actually everywhere of India it is not same. The temperature, the receiving insolation, it varies from zone to zone, from area to area, as they have different latitudes. So different latitudes, they have different type of receiving of insolation. So different insolation length of day actually matters. It varies for the growth of natural vegetation. So somewhere it is they get abundant sunlight, somewhere it is not there, somewhere it is moderate. So everywhere we get different type of condition for the natural vegetation. Even photoperiod, it depends on altitude, it depends on season, not only the latitudes, it also depends on season and altitude. Due to longer duration of sunlight, trees grows faster in summer. But when we are talking about temperature, that time we have to always think that temperature, it is always requires proper amount of precipitation for supporting the growth of vegetation. So India ranks 7th in geographical space in the world. It is one of the 12 mega biodiversity countries of the world. It ranks 4th in Asia and 10th in the world in plant diversity. So we have a very less amount of geographical space, but we have lots of diversity. Actually we have geographical space enough, but maximum areas are habited. The space of natural vegetation is really less. Beyond this, our rank is not bad. So India's biodiversity depends on physical and climatical variation of a country, exactly like our cultural diversity.